What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, undisputed, junior welterweight, world champion, British superstar boxer, Josh Taylor. 18 wins, no losses, no draws, 13 wins by way of knockout. We last saw him in the ring. That was May 22nd of this year when he took on and defeated Jose Ramirez via unanimous decision, but he did so dropping Jose Ramirez a few times in the fight. He beat him in convincing fashion. Josh Taylor is 30 years of age, stands at 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay, Josh Taylor is the undisputed junior welterweight world champion. With that said, there's another fight taking place this weekend in the junior welterweight division. It'll see undefeated two division simultaneously WBA regular belt holder at 130, 135, who is going up 2 weight classes to dare to be great and become a world champion in the 3rd division, taking on undefeated Mexican star boxer who's the WBA regular champion, Mario Barrios, that being none other than superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, Gervonta Tank Davis is 26 years of age. Gervonta Tank Davis stands at 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, 24 wins, no losses, no draws, 23 wins by way of knockout, and he will be taking on Mario Barrios this upcoming Saturday for Mario Barrios' WBA regular title. With that said, Josh Taylor is not fond of this fight at all whatsoever. If you can recall, back when Josh Taylor, he fought and defeated then IBF junior welterweight world champion superstar boxer Regis Prograis. They fought for a unification bout. That's how he picked up the IBF belt, and it was a tournament that they were fighting in, and this was back in 2019, October of 2019. He got a majority decision victory over Regis Prograis, and Gervonta Tank Davis, he wasn't fond of it. He tweeted out he would knock out Josh Taylor, that Josh Taylor's not that good. Since then, they've been going back and forth. So Josh Taylor, he was asked about this fight during a photo shoot, to pose for, with his belts and things of that nature. And he was asked about this fight, and he simply says, quote, "When Gervonta Tank Davis is ready to fight for major world titles, not Mickey Mouse belts, somebody needs to let me know. Everybody knows who's the real world champion in this division, and it's only one, that being me. So when he's ready to stop fighting for these Mickey Mouse belts, let me know." End quote. So Josh Taylor has some very strong words regarding this fight. This is a huge test for Gervonta Tank Davis. Mario Barrios is 5'10", with a 70-inch arm reach. He's a big puncher. He's undefeated. He's a dog on the inside, but he's rangy. He has a good jab, and so he's going to present some trouble for Gervonta Tank Davis. I believe this fight is a feeling out process for Gervonta Tank Davis. Josh Taylor's 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay, so Jose Ramirez 5'9", 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay, these guys are pretty rangy. Now Regis Prograis, he's not as big as these guys are. But Regis Prograis is not a little guy. Gervonta Tank Davis is used to fighting at 130, 135. Those guys there are not the biggest guys in the world, okay? So I believe that this is a filling out process to see how Gervonta Tank Davis fares with the guys of this size, this magnitude. Now, we know he has tons of power. He has tons of talent, high ring IQ, athletic ability, and we know, most importantly, he has a lot of power. But when he moved up to 135 and he challenged 3-division world champion, former Olympic gold medalist for the vacant WBA regular 135-pound title in Yuriorkis Gamboa. His power, he got the stoppage victory. He dropped Gamboa a few times, but Gamboa was never seriously in a lot of trouble. He didn't, and Gamboa, to Gervonta Tank Davis's defense, Gamboa has always have a poker face. It doesn't matter if he's hurt or not. You can't never tell. But he popped his Achilles in the 3rd round and still was able to make it to the 12th round with a guy who's vicious and aggressive as Gervonta Tank Davis. And, some may say Gervonta Tank Davis wasn't in the best of shape. Some may say his power didn't truly translate. But one thing's for certain, Yuriorkis Gamboa popped his Achilles. It's the worst injury a professional athlete, or any athlete for that matter, can suffer, because it hinders your lateral movement. And we're talking about boxing. You got to get out of the way. You got to move all around. And you don't have time to think what direction you want to go in, okay? Because you could seriously get hurt. And so he was able to get the 12th round. Now, Tank got the stoppage victory. But, it wasn't as brutal as we used to see in Gervonta Tank Davis in the lower weight classes. Now, with that said, Regis Prograis, 26 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout. He's 5'8" with a 67-inch arm reach at 32 years of age. Okay, so now Regis Prograis is, not as big as Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, or those guys, but he's not a little guy either. At 5'8", he's still 3 inches taller than Gervonta Tank Davis. So, these guys at this division are big. So I believe that they want to get Gervonta Tank Davis, who is the cash cow. He's a bigger star than Josh Taylor. He's a bigger star than Jose Ramirez. He's a bigger star than Regis Prograis. He's a bigger star than these guys. Anybody from 147 under 147, Gervonta Tank Davis is the biggest star there. But Gervonta Tank Davis, he poked at the bear, that being Josh Taylor, after his fight with Regis Prograis, and he said he would knock out Josh Taylor, and he was still campaigning at the time at 130. So Josh Taylor is a competitor. Now, he has his sights set on going to welterweight and challenging the last undisputed junior welterweight world champion, who's undefeated, who's a 3-division world champion, and he currently holds the WBO welterweight title and is widely considered by many to be top pound-for-pound fighter in the world in Terrence Bud Crawford. Josh Taylor is looking to secure a fight with Terrence Crawford in the future. Now, he has a mandatory challenge coming up at 140 at junior welterweight against Cottrell, okay? So he's going to be around the division at least for one more fight. So maybe he's looking to stick around for another fight after that before going into possibly a Terrence Crawford fight, moving up to 47, okay? Because it's a major fight, okay? Gervonta Tank Davis is a bigger star than Terrence Crawford, okay? So to secure a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, if you're Josh Taylor, that speaks volumes. If he can fight and beat Gervonta Tank Davis, that would do wonders for his career. And then he move up to 147 and fight Terrence Crawford. Well, that's just smart, okay? Because the attraction, the draw that Gervonta Tank Davis is, it would announce Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's not the biggest star in the States. He's a huge star in the UK and Ireland, but here in the States, he's not a big star. If he is to fight here in the States again and beat Gervonta Tank Davis, well, that would speak volumes for Josh Taylor's career. And so with that said, it will be a pay-per-view event, okay, a huge pay-per-view event. I'm not so sure Josh Taylor versus Terrence Crawford is a pay-per-view event, okay, but Josh Taylor versus Gervonta Tank Davis is for sure a pay-per-view event. And with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is doing pay-per-view, with Mario Barrios, and he did a pay-per-view with Yuriorkis Gamboa, and Josh Taylor is a bigger star than those guys. So, for sure, Josh Taylor versus Gervonta Tank Davis is a huge pay-per-view event, okay? And this would be for Undisputed. This would be, a chance for Gervonta Tank Davis to not only be a champion in his division, but to be the undisputed champion at junior welterweight. And to beat Josh Taylor, if you're Gervonta Tank Davis, would speak volumes, okay? Not to mention the other fights that will follow behind that. Teofimo Lopez fight would be huge for Gervonta Tank Davis at that point in time. He becomes undisputed. Or if Devin Haney is able to get and secure a fight with Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney being the undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer, Teofimo Lopez being the unified lightweight world champion superstar boxer, if they come together and have a clash and the winner of that fight is undisputed, they're both plans to move to 140. So you would have the last two undisputed champions at junior welterweight, at lightweight, going at it. That would be enormous for Gervonta Tank Davis, enormous for that. The future is endless for Gervonta Tank Davis already. Imagine if he's able to beat Josh Taylor, what that would do for his career. That would speak volumes, okay? Now I think it's going to be a difficult fight because Josh Taylor is going to present a whole different challenge than that of Mario Barrios. Josh Taylor has a higher ring IQ than Mario Barrios. Josh Taylor is more mobile than Mario Barrios. Josh Taylor is more rangy, has better technical skills. Josh Taylor has, I believe, more power than Mario Barrios, and he has he's able to fight inside, outside. Josh Taylor can mix it up. He's slicker than Mario Barrios, so Tank's size is definitely going to play a major part in this fight with Josh Taylor, should it ever come to fruition, and I would love to see how it plays out. So let's see how everything unfolds and plays out. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Ebony Bridges, Blonde Bomber, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.